Howdy Hon, welcome back to my channel. This is Stephsgotit. I'm glad that you could join me tonight for a little whip and chat. So I've got my project pulled out. This is what I'm working on. I am still working on the angel from Victoria's Moon. I am making some progress finally, but I still have a ways to go. So if you haven't already, go get your current whip and pull up a chair and let's whip and chat. Alright, I am going to, well, I'll take it all off so you can see how far I have come. Pull off the little cut reminders. Blowing all over the place. Alright, so I hope that you've had a pretty good Monday. Put that back on there. Hope you've had a good Monday. Every other Monday, I teach Zumba toning for a church, local church. And oh, pull this off. And I'm going to put him right there to kind of help anchor everything. I do a Zumba toning class on Mondays for a local church. Wonder Woman up there with that. Oh, look here. Now, y'all got to get along. Okay, you go over there. Put Wonder Woman over here. Okay. And tonight I was running late. And I private message on Facebook my group, because I have a fitness class with Steph Facebook page for the ladies in my class to keep up and, you know, announce that they're going to be late or missing class, or, you know, someone needs prayer, or their, you know, health or family or whatever. And we kind of do those things on there, as well as me like posting little things, which I try to. I'm not super great at posting it yet, but, you know, little tidbits that could help them with their fitness journey, whatever their journey may be, and music and things like that. So anyway, I posted some of the ladies on there, my front row divas, and I don't mean that in a bad term, because the front row divas are the people who are always on the front row. They know your choreography better than you do. They are always in class. They're always happy and smiling and making comments and letting you know what songs they like and don't like, and they're just really your support group in the class. I don't see front row divas as like, you know, this negative thing where, you know, they're trying to own the show and whatever. I see them as your most supportive, dependable people who are always there, and who, I mean, these are ladies who, when I have a sub, they help them. They make sure they know what the books are for the payments and the role. They help put things up and away from me, even when I'm there, not just when I have a sub. But these are ladies, they just generally care about the class. For me, that's the front row divas. They care about the class. They care about the success of the class. They care about the people in the class, and they keep you up to date, and, you know, so just everything. So I Facebook message them to say, hey, I'm going to be no more than 10 minutes late. Can you watch the fort till I get there? And these are usually my ladies that show up early and move the chairs if we have to, and things like that, to make space for dancing. And so they sent me a thumbs up. Two of them sent me thumbs up, and I'm like, okay, cool. Y'all, I have never been prouder of those ladies. When I got there, they weren't just sitting there or standing there. By the way, let's start on that project, huh? They weren't just, oh, you can see how much I've done. Oh, no, you can't. Yeah, you can. There it is. There's the edge. So you can see that's the water. And these are her little bitty legs. Aren't they cute? I'm interested to see how this is going to play out, because if you haven't seen my post on Facebook or Instagram, you will see that I said that I'm pretty sure this is orange. When I was putting it down, I was pretty sure it was orange, and I was not sure what it was until after I zoomed out with the camera to take a picture. That's when I realized these were her feet. So I'm very interested to see how that's going to play out, because in the picture she does look brown skinned, but these actual diamonds are orange. I don't know who decided that, but anyway. So that's the bottom of it. So now we're getting into, or should be approaching her little bitty hands pretty soon. And but anyway, that's what it looks like so far. Okay, so back to the story. When I came in, y'all, they had pulled up their phone. Someone had put their phone on the stage and pulled up YouTube and found the songs, and they were actually working the songs as best as they could remember them. I was so proud to walk in there, run in there, and get my stuff in place and start setting up. And they continued to finish that song while I set up. It was such a proud moment that they cared enough to go ahead and start, and that they remembered enough to go ahead and start. They didn't remember everything, but they remembered enough to not just stand there and do nothing, So I was so proud of them tonight. I just had to say kudos to them. They are the best. They are awesome. Let's start with a music note because we just did Zumba, so which is a kind of pinky color. Can you see that? Yeah, kind of pinky. Yeah. All right, so we're going to start with that. And I got my little notes. You know how it's usually a full sheet? Well, it's not a full sheet tonight, so we'll see how far we get tonight before we call it quits. We'll either get to an hour, which I haven't started on the watch yet. We'll either get to an hour or we will end early. Stopwatch. Oh, no, not stopwatch. Timer. We've started, so it'll be a little less than an hour. But we'll just set it at an hour and call it a day. This is the wrong color. I'm going to just pop that in the case. All right. So yeah, they had found the warm-up song, and they had done the warm-up. And the second song, if you're doing a Zumba toning class, you would start with a warm-up. Of course, with any fitness class, you start with a warm-up. But for Zumba toning, you also do a muscle prep in your first 3 songs. You a warm-up, a prep, and a muscle prep. And they were doing that song as I came in. That was just so awesome. I am so proud of them. And it allowed me to go ahead and set up. I kind of hurriedly halfway set up. But just to show you how much they take care of me, and it's why I tried my very best to take care of them. I didn't get my fan out because I didn't want to take time to do that since I was already running late and they were coming to the end of that song. Well, anyone who knows me, the thought of exercise and I start perspiring. I just really sweat when I exercise. And everybody who knows me or who's danced with me or has taken a class with me know that it only takes me a few seconds for the sweat to just start dripping. I don't care how cool the room is. And she's like, "Where is your fan?" And I said, "Oh, it's over there. I don't have time to take, I didn't, want to take time to pull it out or whatever." So while I was doing the first, which was the third song of the choreography, but the first song, because I got there late for me, one of my ladies went to my cart, grabbed my fan, got it out for me, unrolled it, put it on the stage. And the new area that we're in has we call it a discovery zone. That's what the church calls it, rather. It's the kids' room, but we asked if we could stay in that room instead of going back in the gym, because we share the gym with a bunch of volleyball players, and we just liked having our own little space there. So they agreed to let us stay in there. And so there's a stage in there. We like that too, because that puts me higher than them, so there's no question of who can or can't see me, and we have fun with it. And so there's a speaker on the center of the stage, and I always move it because I know if I don't, I just put that down completely wrong, because I know if I don't, I will be going face forward onto the floor. So I couldn't get it. I couldn't unhook it. And I always struggle to unhook it because I'm not quite sure how to do it yet. One of my other ladies came over and moved that for me while I was dancing. So I love that class. They are so awesome. It's such a good little community. It's not just a fitness class, it's a community. And we generally think about each other and care about each other. And when I go to Zumba convention, I always bring them backdoor prizes. I bring enough so that everybody eventually gets a prize, or I'll even bring them everybody back a shirt, whichever they want for that year. And people wonder why I do that, because those ladies, those are my girls, you know. They take care of me, I take care of them, and we have a good class, we have a good relationship. We pray for each other. It's just a good fit. They, as they say in the South, they're good people, you know. And I like them. I genuinely like them, and I think I have grown. That class has helped me to grow as an instructor because they were my first class outside of my own studio, and they I learned to be an instructor basically with that class. So I have a lot of love for them and a lot of respect for them, and I like to show people when I care about them. Something just beeped. I don't know what it was. It's not the camera because I have a mirror behind it, so it's still going. Oh, maybe it was the internet in our closet, in this closet. I'm not sure. All right, well, for now, we'll just keep on rolling. And like I said, when I care about people, I have no problems doing things to show them that I care about them, that I value them in my life. One of my friends had that book, The Love Languages, the 5 love languages. And it says that my love language is giving gifts. My way of letting them know I was thinking about them was gifts. And it is. If someone's on my mind, and it's not that I go out to buy a gift just for them. I don't do that unless it's like a birthday or something like that. But if I am out and I see something that I know that person would love or appreciate, then I would buy that for them. I don't go out looking for the gifts. But if I see something I know they would love, then I'm going to buy it and I'm going to give it to them. For example, I love Betty Boop. Everybody who knows me knows I'm a big Betty Boop fan. I have her all over my house. I used to have her all over my car, but we got a different van. We got a van now, so I haven't replaced all those steering wheel covers and mats and all that stuff that I left in the other car. Because I think my goddaughter took that car. And so if I were out somewhere and I saw a Betty Boop, say for me, I saw a Betty Boop, I would buy that because I know that I would love it. Pretending that I'm someone else. That was a bad example. Let me rephrase that. My daughter used to love Hello Kitty. So if I'm out and about, whether maybe I'm in Joann's and I come across some Hello Kitty fabric. Well, she likes to sew as well. And, well, she used to. I don't know that she really does much now. But I might buy that Hello Kitty fabric because, not that she may need any fabric, but I know that she would love it because it's Hello Kitty. Or I might buy her this cup because I know purple is her favorite color. And this particular cup is a beautiful shade of purple. So I might buy that cup for her. Stuff like that. So to reiterate, I don't go out looking for things to buy for people. But if I see something, I love them and I care about them enough to think, oh, well, they'll like this because it's something they love or a character they love or whatever. So anyway, yeah, I come out of pocket with a little money to go to get little gifts for them. And it's just a way of saying thank you. It's not to buy their love or loyalty or whatever. That's something you have to earn. You have to earn people's loyalties and trust. And that's what I try to do. So, all that to say that those ladies are awesome. And I still have my Zumba clothes on because it takes so long for these videos to download from the camera card into the editing software. Even though I don't do any editing for WIP and chats, except, adding the introduction and the closing. But it still takes an hour for it to download into a file that can be uploaded to YouTube. Then it takes YouTube an hour to download that file and then turn around and upload it to the site. It's like this really weird long process. Although they are beta testing something where the video loads up faster. And I have to say, last week the video almost instantly uploaded. So I was really happy about that. And I'm hoping that's the case tonight, since I got a late start tonight. And I need to get up tomorrow. I have, I guess you could call it a job interview. It's not for everyday 9 to 5, blessedly. But, and it's not something that I even was aware of, but they searched me out. Someplace I used to volunteer with, and I'm not going to mention any details about it. So if it doesn't pan out, you don't have to ask me any questions about it. But it's not a full-time position anyway. It's an outreach kind of thing. So I need to get a little, prepare myself. So that means I don't want to be sitting up all night trying to upload to YouTube, as I have done sometimes. That's why the videos are in the wee hours of Tuesday morning instead of Monday night, because there were issues and didn't download properly and all kind of things. So let's cross your fingers and say, well, forget you cross your fingers. Let's say a little prayer that hopefully all goes well. All right. What do we want to do next? What is there a lot of? Because I want to use my 3-placer. There's only R's in that section. Well, Patui. Let's just go with, what's the next one in here? Well, R is the first one in this, so let's just go with that. Can you believe there are only about 2 months left before Christmas? I mean, it seemed like this year just started, and already we're at the end of it. Looking at 2020, and what do we want to do for the year? So I've been thinking about, what do I want to do in 2020 that I didn't do this year? And I did a lot of things this year that I had not planned on, because it wasn't just on my radar at that time. But a lot of opportunities came my way and I was able to take them. So I need to decide, what do I want to set my goal for next year, and what do I want to accomplish? And in doing that, I challenge you to set your goals, or to start thinking about your goals for 2020 and what you would like to accomplish as well. I also love about this 3-placer that you can also use it as a 2-placer. Oh, that reminds me. I got an email today from, is it Easy Whim or Early Whim? And it really ticks me off, because they have this anniversary deal on there that you could click on for 99 cents and get it was an ebook, which was really a catalog, and then an actual book, I think it was, which was also a catalog, and a diamond painting pen. It kind of looked like one of those ones Rachel Ray sells. I think I saw Miss Coffee showed it in her video as one of her, I don't remember if it was friend mail or if she'd actually ordered it, but when she held it and shake it, it wobbled. It was a flower or something on the tip, and it fly. And there was even one that she was going to give her husband that kind of wobbled and flobbled, and I don't know what you call it, but anyway, it looked like a pin like that, except it was a two placer. It had heads like this, but it had two of them, so it was kind of like a eight. And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know if it would be effective, but it's pretty cool. So I thought, okay, 99 cents, free shipping and handling. I looked it up. I did read everything before I clicked on it. And I thought, well, shoot, I could do that. And it's only for the first 300 because it was an anniversary celebration for them. I thought, okay, well, the email just came in. I'll give it a shot. And if I like the product, then later on, I'll order a diamond painting from them and see, or I'll order something from them and see, what the quality is. Well, what ticked me off was I ordered it and I put the card number in, and then it said, wait, you're not done. Actually, I did PayPal. And it said, wait, you're not done. And I thought, okay, here it comes. Because mind you, it said free shipping and handling, no extra charges, no surprises at the end, 99 cents. Bam. Okay. So now it's telling me, oh, wait, you aren't done. And I'm like, oh, okay, here it comes. So much for no surprises. So it asked me if I wanted to order a anniversary special for an additional $37. Now the value that they had given to this anniversary deal was $39.99 or $39.50, something like that. But for 99 cents actual price. So now they're saying, oh, but wait, you aren't done. Would you like to receive a anniversary deal for $39? And it was one of those boxes. It was kind of like, not like this, but the one where you, you open the whole thing flips open, the top flips open, and then you have those 4 little connected containers in it. Okay, well, it was that kind of deal, but it was big. It had, I think it said like 56 or something in it. And it had a drill cleaner, not a grinder, but something you drop the drills in. It was supposed to clean them. And I need another row of 3. Come on. Come on, somebody, somewhere, come on, pop up. 3 L's. Come on, give me 3 L's. As soon as I knock these off, I'm going to find it. It's going to, aggravate me. Oh, wow. So, and let's see, the cleaner, the container, and something else. It was one more item. I don't know, but whatever it was something that I was like, I don't want that. So the deal wasn't doable for me because I didn't like the third thing, and I wasn't really, okay, camera issue there. So not knowing if that was a good company, if they had good products or whatever, because I've seen them in my feeds, but I've not ordered anything from them yet, I don't think. And so I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And there was a little line that said you could say yes to click on add that to your order, or what am I working on here? R. Or you could have, there was a little line on the bottom that said No, I don't want it. I don't want extra savings and want to order my add to my order. I don't want the extra savings. I don't want to save. It's way at the bottom in light blue, and there's a smaller font little line. So I clicked on it. Didn't I just finish doing music notes? Ugh. So I clicked on this thing, and it went to an error page saying that that page was not cannot be found or something like that. That really pissed me off because I wasted my time fooling around with that thing. If you weren't going to give the deal out, then you should not have set that up as an option. So I felt like they just used the 99 cents thing to lure me there. And then when I refused to, why did I get all, okay. And then when I refused to take the bonus that they offer, instead of the page coming back and saying maybe it was full or something, it's just, no, it's an error. That page doesn't exist. That ticked me off because that wasted my valuable time. I am very picky about my time on Mondays because I know that I have a class to teach at 6. So I hate wasting my time to look at something that isn't what it said it was going to be. I felt like that was just clickbait. That's what I felt like that was. I was not a happy camper about it. And they just might hear about it too. So, needless to say, and especially once I realized that what they were offering for free that was such a $39 value was really 2 catalogs. One was an ebook, which was a catalog, and the other one I thought was an actual book, but it still was kind of a catalog deal. And but I'm like, okay, well the pen will be cool, and I get to try it out. I don't have any pens that have dual heads on them, so it'll be worth it just to get that. Even if it had been a couple of dollars, it still would have been worth it to try that out. But I also know that those pens are on Etsy, not Etsy, are on AliExpress. So I'm going to have to go over there and invest a couple of dollars in trying one out, because now I'm very curious, because I've discovered that using this 3-placer is I'm often picking up 2 of them and using it as a 2-placer. So it'd be cool to have something that actually is a 2-placer. Just fun to try it at least, So that was my experience with Easy Whim, I think it was. I was not happy with them. I don't know that I want to fool with them after that, because that really ticked me off. Because if it had gotten 3, stop sliding. Where are you going? I also have a new thing to try out, but I couldn't try it tonight because I haven't unboxed it yet. I did do an unboxing last night, and it will post Wednesday for the unboxing. I actually did several unboxings, but only one will post this Wednesday. And I have many more to go. So I hope you like unboxings. And not all of them will be diamond painting, as I've said before. But I know a lot of my subscribers are diamond painters. Well, I'm assuming you are, because a lot of you came on with diamond painting. But the channel will still hold true to its original format or direction, which is unboxings and reviews. And that will be on all products because, again, I've told you this in the last video, so no point in repeating it. But just for new subscribers, I love you, and I'll give you as much diamond painting stuff as I can. Well, actually, I'll give you diamond painting every Monday night for sure. And often on Wednesdays. Most of them will be, I think, that for a while till I settle down. But there will still be other products as well because I use lots of stuff, and like I said, it's helped me. I come here to see how products were, and so I'm going to return that kindness and do it for others. I'm excited to see the subscribers list increase. So don't be shy. Introduce yourself. Say hey. Got a cool idea for something? By all means, please share. I have my direction of where I would like the channel to go and things I'd like to do. But this is not just my channel, it's your channel too, because you support it. So there's something you would like to see on this channel, by all means share. I can't promise you. I can promise you that I will review it and I will look into all the details of doing it. And if I can't, I will respond back to you of why I feel I can't do that particular thing you're requesting. Whatever the reason might be for that. And as one of you found out, I am looking at you. And if you have a channel, I am going to it. And I am watching some videos. It may take me a minute. It took me a while to get to hers. It'll take me a while to get to yours. But I try to look at new subscribers as soon as they come in. Like if you have a channel, or if you're just watching YouTube, and if I see you have a channel, I try to click on it and see what you're doing. Again, that goes back to just supporting each other. And of course, YouTube doesn't do the, and I'm not trying to suggest that they do the, oh, I'll subscribe to yours if you subscribe to mine. I'm in no way suggesting that, or asking for that, or implying that. Nothing to do with that. I'm just saying that's my own personal way of doing things. I always take, even when I was dating, whatever my boyfriend at the time was interested in, that's what I became interested in. And some of those things still interest me to this day. Like I was kind of sort of dating this one young man. And actually it was the first time I was actually older than the guy. I was older than him by a couple of years. And so we were dating, and his big thing, he was a mechanic, and he hung around with a lot of people in the same field, and these were older men, so he was getting that old school training. If he took it, he was getting it. Anyway, so he liked drag racing. He liked racing, period, but especially drag racing, funny car, and stuff like that. So while we were dating, I started watching those things and generally liked them because I just like fast cars. So it was an easy stretch for me to get into funny car racing and stuff like that. Even when I took him home to meet my family, which I don't normally do. And I didn't really take him home to meet the family. I was going home. And somehow, I don't know if he asked to go or if I asked him to go. I don't even remember. But he went home with me. And there was a racetrack in the city. And my mom and my stepdad, even were on board. We were all going to go to the track. But apparently we took a little too long for him getting ready, so he just left the house and went to the track on his own. Did not make the best impression with my mom. That he just up and left, knowing that we were all planning to go to the track that day. So anyway, I had my very first boyfriend, my very first adult boyfriend. He was interested in the Cincinnati Bengals, and so that became my favorite football team. I really liked, even though I wasn't an avid football watcher, I did like the Dallas Cowboys or the Pittsburgh Steelers. So when he and I started dating, I became a Cincinnati Bengals fan. So it's not uncommon that I take interest in the things that the people I care about take interest in. When my husband and I got married, I became very interested in the guitar and the auto harp, and I was always interested in music. If you ever get an email from me, you'll see my tagline says, words help you express a thought, music help you feel a thought. So I am a deep lover of music, and I have a very eclectic taste in music. I can like it all, as long as I can find the beat. So if I can find the beat, I like that music. My husband's kind of the same way. It's funny that we ended up together because he's the same way. He takes interest in whatever it is that I'm interested in. So we support each other that way, which is really cool. So that we always learn new things. I had to fix the camera, so I kind of forgot where I was going with that. So moving right along. Oh, I'll tell you something cool. Not necessarily cool, but something you might want to be aware of. If you use measuring tapes, whether it be for sewing or measuring various projects, including maybe measuring the sizes of your diamond painting, please be aware that not all tape measures have the correct measurements on them. So you might want to check yours to see if you're using it regularly for measurement, to see if it's actually accurate. So you need to get something that has an actual, that you know for a fact that has good measurements on it. Like I have this, you've seen it in all of my videos, my unboxings and whatever. I have a mat here. I pretty much think this is that the measurements are accurate on here. It's not it's not an Olfa, OLFA. Those are my favorite. Like these are my favorite brand, Olfa. Where is it? There it is. This is my favorite brand. Okay. But and I love this mat, because it spins. So if you're a quilter, you really would appreciate this mat here. It spins. So I have a couple of these, and actually when I set this cutting table up, is my head in your way? When I set this cutting table up, my plan was to get one of the huge Olfa mats. But when I went to Joann's, they didn't have it. They had sold out or something, or didn't have it. I don't remember. But the person there suggested trying out this one, and I don't remember who this is by, and I don't see it in any other corners at the moment. But I trust it to be accurate. So if you've got some tape measures, like these kinds, just your regular tape measures, and even your tape measures, your retractable ones. Like I got this in a swap once. Someone gave it to me in a swap. You just push the button and it retracts. So it's pretty cool. And you can hang it on your neck. It stays in my sewing room hanging on a cow over there called Matilda. I'm sorry, Petunia. Anyway, off the subject. If you need to put them together against something that you think has a pretty accurate measuring system, let me put this down for a second. Let's see, let's find number 1. And this is my favorite, and I just realized a couple of weeks ago that it's not good. So I have to, and I love it because you can get, it has the centimeters and the inches all on the same side. It has the inches on that side, but most of them will just have inches on one side, centimeters on the other side. So I like this one because it has both. So when I'm doing an unboxing and measuring, I can, know what the centimeters and the inches are right there in the one bang. So if you put these together, let's see, am I in view here? You can see, okay, we'll start, make sure they're even up on one. First of all, one's a little longer than the other, but we're gonna start on the 1 line, the 1 inch line. You can see the 2 inch, they're the same. The 3 inch, they're the same. The 4, it's starting to travel just a tad bit. So by the time you get down here to 8, you can see it's traveled quite a bit from the 8 line. So these two are not, one of these is wrong, or they could both be wrong. 14, it's an 1/8 of an inch above the 14 line. The pink one is. So I've put the white one against my cutting mat, and it stays on point. Somewhere along in here, it moves just a smidget, and then by the time you get here, it's back where it should be, and then by the time you get down here, it's moved to the left, to the right some, and by the time you get to the end, it's an 1/8 of an inch off. Okay, so this one I don't remember, but it measured up worse than the white one I have on. And this one, let's see, I'm just going to do 10 inches. I know you can't see, sorry. I'll do this and then tell you. At the 40-inch line. And see, it doesn't line up. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay. Yeah, by 13 or 14, it goes off a smidget as well. So if you're really using your measuring tapes for something that you need exact measurements on, please see, like this one has the centimeters in the back. Okay, so please find a reliable measuring source and make sure that all your tape measures, like this isn't even all the ones I have some in the other room and some in my bag, but you want to take them all and measure them. And like, I'm going to put a little mark on each one that I know is off just a tad bit. I mean, it's good if you just want a general guesstimation of what the size is in inches or centimeters for that matter. But if you need exact and precise measurements, you want to get your tape checked out. And then you want to buy your tapes from reputable places. Like the Dollar Tree probably isn't the best place to buy measuring tape. I have done it, but I will not be doing it when I need exact measurements on something. So I sent, when I had my first cosplay order, what do you call it when you make an order? I can't remember the exact word right now, but I took measurements. I just grabbed a paper measuring tape. I didn't think about which one it was. And when she sent it to me, it didn't matter either because most of my costume that she made, commission, that's it. I had a cosplay commission and most of it was elastic. But she made this gorgeous bustier, and it was too big, and I couldn't understand for the life of me why it was too big, because this girl is good. She was an experienced cosplay maker, so I knew she had skills, and I knew her personally, so I wasn't worried about that. And but it was a little too big, and I didn't know why exactly. And now I'm realizing that the measuring tape was off. And because I sewed, I mean, I wasn't as experienced as she was at that time, but I knew how to use a measuring tape. I knew how to measure myself, and I printed out a diagram and showed her the exact spots of where I measured myself, so that it would be, and I gave her all the measurements that the worksheet had on it, whether she'd asked for those or not. So I knew, and I sent my husband's too for his, because we got both his and mine commissioned, because we again do couple costuming. And I couldn't figure out why it was too big. That was why. Because these are the same measuring tapes I've had hanging here forever and a day in my sewing room. The others were bought more recently that are in other places in the house. So I know it was one of those that I used. And like I said, I like to grab that pink one because it has both on there. So I'm pretty sure the measurements were off because that measuring tape is off. So check your measuring tapes, ladies and gentlemen, if you're using them, if you need to be precise. Alright, with that, I didn't set it this time, but have we cut off? We haven't cut off. We cut off once, I think. I think I'm going to call it a night. I don't care if it cut off or not. I need to I need to get this done and loaded so that I can go to bed and kind of prep for tomorrow. I will let you know in the next WIP and chat how it goes. If it's like an actual interview, and if I got this part or position or whatever it is. I don't even know quite what to call it just yet, because we only talked about it briefly on the phone. So when I get definite about what it is, I just lost both of those. Anyway, I will let you know what it is too. I think I'm just going to end the video right here, regardless of if it's been 15 minutes or not. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to stop by tonight, and I hope you got a lot of work done. I didn't get as much as I wanted to get done. This should be completely filled by now, but I didn't get to work on it 3 days this week, so I have to play catch up and do 2 hours, which will be makeup instead of getting ahead. But I hope you got a lot done. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, by the way, to all the new subscribers, thank you so much for joining me. If you have not become a subscriber though, let me encourage you to click that subscribe button in the corner. And when you do that, make sure that you also click the little notification bell and move it from none to all, so that you are alerted every time that I upload a video. I think you can even specifically say, no, I just want to see the WIP and chats, or I just want to see the unboxings or whatever. And if that's your choice, that's cool. Thank you for that much. But click that bell so you'll be notified of every time I load a video. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Coming soon, Fridays. And I'll also have some other little snacks to add in there at other times in the week. I think we're done for the night. So take time to prepare your project so that it doesn't get dusty or cat hairs or whatever on it, and you can sleep good tonight knowing that it's well protected. And with that, I am going to wish you a good night's sleep, lots of success with your projects, and remember, if you are having a good day, help someone else have a good day. Love and shimmies.